moderator for today. So first, on affirmative side, we have Alex, our first affirmative, and Luciano as our second affirmative. Alex and Luciano as our first and second affirmative. On the negative side, we have Jennifer as our first negative and Hansoon as our second negative. The resolution for today is be it resolved that super skinny models be banned. I now call upon Alex to make his speech. Let's go.
I'll just go to the podium. Ladies and gentlemen, today we're here to talk about why skinny models should be banned. We at the affirmative side strongly agree to resolution be it resolved that skinny models should be banned. I, as the first speaker, will expand on how skinny is going to cause eating disorders and that it's better to mix people who are in different in size. And my partner will explain about how it's government's responsibility and how its personal choice is not allowed and danger. But before I go on to my constructive speech, I would like to define some terms. First of all, we have defined skinny models as stick-thin models who show off their beauty, and we have defined banned as gone completely. Now I would like to go on to my constructive speech. Our model is that entire world will pass a decree that says every government will have to accept this, and every model will have to go to their family doctor. If they don't come every 2 months, unless they have a very urgent emergency, then the family doctor will inform the government. Now I would like to, my first point is that skinny models are a very bad influence for young girls who are planning to be a model or people who look up to the model. So young girls will think to be a model, they must be skinny, and in order to be a model, they must be skinny, and therefore they might they might eat very little. This will cause children to have eating disorders. Young girls are the only ones to have eating disorders. Models are always pressured by the designers to be thin, so then they have to be thin. And if they don't eat, this will lead to eating disorders. And also, some models have died as a consequence of eating disorders and need to be thin. Some models even do drugs to fight the crave for food. So, ladies and gentlemen, Calvin Klein is one of the culprits who has caused women to tailspin into a world of eating disorders. While image of childlike woman has obviously contributed into an increased obsession to be thin, we can't deny the media influence on this eating disorders. There's a lot more than that. With approximately 7 billion people around the world, nearly 10 million people are affected by eating disorders. And yes, not all of them will be affected by big diseases, but most do. Now I would like to go on to my second point. My second point is that most people around the world are not skinny as the models. So it would be much better for the designers to mix the people in different size, such as fat people, such as average size people. Then more people might buy them because then they'll be convinced that the clothes are appealing to them, not only the skinny people. For example, let's say that there was a book, but the advertisement or the book's complement had been only complemented by one type of reader. But then there was another book, and this book was complemented by all types of book readers. So which one would you rather choose? You choose the second book because then you'd know that everyone would know about that book, would like that book. This is just like the mixing people in fashion shows. Thank you. I now stand open for cross-examination.
Well, you said that the government would the family doctors would inform the government if the models don't visit the family doctors for every 2 months. Then what will they do after they inform the government?
Well, this government's choice. They can do whatever they want. Well, not that's the No, actually they're not fully adults. Some are like 6, 17 years old. So they're not fully adults. And even if it's their responsibility, do you think it's good to have people who have eating disorders? No.
Yeah, but so you're saying that like to get rid of eating disorder, you should get rid of the models like personal freedom?
Yes, because first of all, models can eat however they want if they're not in the models, and it would also include if they're banned, it would also influence the young children who are looking toward them or looking up.
Good afternoon, honorable judges, worthy opponents, fellow debaters, and speakers and guests. The resolution before us today reads, be it resolved that super skinny models should be banned. My partner and I of the negative side are firmly against this resolution. My partner will be speaking about the designer's freedoms and how the media is a huge influence on the models. I will talk about discrimination against skinny models and about the model's personal choice, but before continuing on with my constructive speech, I would like to rebut a few of my opponent's points. Well, first they said that the models are not like responsible, but they are like perfectly like grown women who should be and are responsible for making and being responsible for their own choices, decisions, and rights. And they said that we should like blame everything about eating disorders on the fashion industry, but you can't like really blame the fashion industry because health illnesses such as anorexia or bulimia are like serious mental illnesses, and they can't really happen just by images of really skinny thin people. And now I would like to continue with my constructive speech. My first point is that banning super skinny models would cause discrimination against them. For a percentage of models who are thin or naturally thin, even though they have a natural, healthy, balanced diet, or live a perfectly balanced life. Also, not all skinny models are all anorexic, sick, have body image problems, or have diseases related to overly skinny people. These models should not be discriminated either. Also, weight restrictions put on the models, which is supposed to tell us whether or not the models are healthy, by finding out the model's BMI, which is the body mass index, are actually ineffective, for they only take in the model's weight or height. But for exact information of a model's body mass index, you need their bone density and fat percentage too. It would actually be better for the models if the fashion industry just asked the models for a doctor's certificate to prove that they're healthy, or better yet, they have minimum age restrictions. My second point is that they should not pass laws and rules over models who are grown women who are perfectly capable of making and being responsible for their own decisions, their own responsibilities, and their own rights. Also, they have worked hard and long for their dream and goal and have finally achieved it. So should we stop them from perfecting their dream by getting in their way just because we don't like what they're doing? No. They should be allowed to work for their dream they have worked so hard for and have finally achieved it. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to conclude my speech by reminding you that the model has her own rights, her own personal choice over her life, and of how the banning of skinny models will cause discrimination against the naturally skinny models. Therefore, ladies and gentlemen, the resolution before us today, be it resolved that super skinny models should be banned, must fall. Thank you for listening.
Jennifer, come.
As you said, the BMI, the bone density, and it doesn't take the bone density, and the fat percentage and everything. What's your, what do you say about that?
Wait, pardon?
As you said, the BMI does not take in bone density and other things as weight. What do you say?
Yeah, the body mass index, like to find out, they're just like taking into models weight and height, but to find out exactly.
But wouldn't that lower down the restrictions of BMI if we do this? Because if we take in the bone density and everything else, we raise the BMI, because if we don't have the bone density, then the BMI will be lower.
Yeah, but that's actually like.
So because of that, that would actually make it so the BMI numbers would be actually a lot more better, and that the BMI is not going lower but higher.
Yeah, but that's actually finding the exact measurement of the body mass index. Because like you need to find.
But the thing, you're arguing about if it's going down, but it's not going down, it's just going up. How would that affect the models and like the personal world?
Yeah, like you need to. Like, I don't get what it's saying.
Because as you said, bone density and BMI is not fair because it does not take into account everything else. But it does not lower the BMI, but it raises the BMI.
Yeah, that's actually like healthy for a model.
But it helps them, but you're saying that it's bad that BMI puts it higher. That's what you're saying. By arguing about how BMI is unfair.
No, I'm saying that the BMI, you need to find the exact measurements of it, but they're actually only taking into weight and height.
Okay, because in the speech I was informed that.